Hey everyone, Tony here. Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday. It's Friday, September 28th. Have some positive news to share with you guys. This video is going to be kind of short. I'm feeling a bit under the weather, so I'm just going to share with you the facts, the news items here, so you can be aware of what's happening. And obviously, we've been seeing a lot of positive things, a lot of things happening behind the scenes where it shows the stage is being set for the growth of the market. And let's take a look at the market here real quick. We've been having a lot of sideways movement over the past few days as far as prices, which is a good sign, the healthy sign. We want slow and steady growth, and obviously the bull run has not started yet, but we expect once Ripple's xRapid goes live that can spark a bull run, also to launch a BACT, and we can hear about other banks or major companies offering custody services and crypto trading options. So some big things are ahead, but we just got to be patient. From a hourly and 24-hour perspective, we are seeing some red, but nothing significant. It's in the 2 to 3% range, which, Friday night going into the weekend, I think we can expect a bit of that. But, recently we've been seeing some movements on the weekends as well. So I like to let these things play out. I don't think this is anything, once again, because it's not significant. It's like 2 to 3%. These fluctuations can happen, of course, and especially when you have things like the weekend coming up and so forth. So for the most part, prices moving sideways. Everything still looks healthy, and that's a good sign. It's better than it going down like it was, as you guys know, in early September and of course in August, where the market was just going down, guys. So let's go to the news. The first is some major news from Ripple here. They published a blog post on their site saying Siam commercial bank pioneers RippleNet's Multihop feature. Now, if you recall, one of Ripple's employees talked about something called convergence. I believe it was a couple months ago, where it was speaking to the integration of their three main products, which is xVia, xCurrent, and xRapid. Now, we know xRapid specifically leverages XRP, their crypto or their digital asset. xVia and xCurrent can also leverage XRP, but the most ideal situation is xRapid. However, with the way they're setting up and what's called now RippleNet, it's going to allow all these products to work together seamlessly, and that means XRP can have increased utility among the products, and it will actually be better for many of their clients. So David Schwartz, the CTO at Ripple, talked about the multi-hop concept here on Twitter today, where he was responding. He was as part of an ongoing thread. He said multi-hop allows customers who initiate payments with xVia to have one pile of fiat, typically with an xCurrent customer, that they can use for payments across RippleNet. Still need to acquire the destination asset to settle a payment though, and that's where xRapid and XRP come in. So as you can see, regardless of if you're using xVia and xCurrent, with the way these things are integrated now, they can easily segue into xRapid. So I hope you guys understand that. And that is a great sign if you're holding XRP, because it's not just xRapid. The origination can start from these other products, which, like I said, expands the utility, increases the chances of XRP being used more often, not just specifically with xRapid. So this is a great sign. I'm glad Ripple is doing this. They're integrating these products, kind of forming a suite, so to speak, a product suite where banks can seamlessly at any given time leverage xRapid. So some good things, and they expand on this and how Siam Commercial Bank is going to be leveraging this. So the inefficient management of global liquidity has long been a hurdle for cross-border payments in all regions across the world. However, this problem is particularly prominent in the association of Southeastern Asian nations region, which has been largely underserved by correspondent banking. As a result, cross-border payments into these countries are inefficient and racked with high fees. Starting today, Siam Commercial Bank will be the first financial institution on RippleNet to pioneer a key feature called Multihop, which allows them to settle frictionless payments on behalf of other financial institutions on the network. This eliminates the need for a direct one-to-one connection or bilateral relationship between financial institutions to settle a payment. Using Multihop, Siam Commercial Bank will be able to receive and forward a payment without a bilateral relationship between the originator and beneficiary institutions. Now, I'm not going to read this whole thing for you. You guys can check it out on Ripple's website, but I hope you understand what's happening there with these products, with xRapid and so forth, and XRP being a bridge asset. These banks don't necessarily need to form partnerships because they can simply leverage Ripple's protocols and get it done, have that bridge asset, right, which is XRP. So it's improving the process, and they don't have to go through all these, setting up this type of relationship or direct-to-one connection and go through all that paperwork and all that, tedious process of building trust or whatever. They can use Ripple as an intermediary, a middleman, so to speak, who can handle that in a more transparent way, and obviously efficient and cost effective, and of course, speed, of course, very fast way. So this is a great sign. Like I said, you guys can read more about this. I'm not feeling too well, so I'm gonna not go deep into this. But like I said, David Schwartz also just explained how, with the integration, right, the convergence that we heard from another Ripple employee in the past. So they've coined the term multi-hop, and that all makes sense, guys. Some other news with Ripple, and this is from Bank XRP, called this out on Twitter, so shout out to Bank XRP. It speaks to a coalition that is looking to lobby politicians. Now, if you've been a subscriber to this channel, we've talked about lobbying politicians, right? That different crypto companies have done that, and that's just the way it works. Guess what? Google, Facebook, Wall Street, Goldman Sachs, all these guys, everybody lobbies politicians. Why? You're trying to get the politician to pass a law in your favor for an industry or for your business or whatever it may be. So that's just the game. If you want to get things done, that's the game. It has nothing to do with crypto per se. It has existed for a very long time. And that's where you have lobby groups, lobbyists, and different coalitions that outside of crypto, for the energy industry, for the oil industry, this industry, that they all have their coalitions and they lobby politicians. So RippleWorks, Coil, PolySign are part of this coalition, and they plan to pay Klein / Johnson. Let me pull up, give you the politician's full name here, so you guys are on the same page. A group of financial tech companies is banding together to lobby lawmakers and regulators on cryptocurrencies. They plan to pay their Washington advocates partly in digital tokens. That's smart. The firms, all based in San Francisco area, including digital money transfer company Ripple and several startups. And let's see, they're announcing Thursday that they've started a coalition and are retaining Klein / Johnson Group, a bipartisan lobby shop that specializes in technology and financial issues. Now, notice what they said there, bipartisan. That means it's not specific to Republicans or Democrats. It's for all of them, or independents, right? Whoever. It's for everyone. And that's the way, like I said, Google, Facebook, every company in any major industry has to lobby. So they will be doing this. Let me see the call out here. The coalition plans to pay Klein / Johnson about $25,000 a month and 10,000 XRP. Klein said his firm will convert the XRP into dollars when it discloses the payments on federal lobby forms. So why is Ripple part of this? Well, if they're trying to make progress as a company to get more the ability to operate and do different things, they need to get these politicians on their side to push the growth of crypto, clarity from the SEC, regulations, and so forth, and even get some things opened up in their favor, right? That's just how it works, guys, in politics. So this is actually a smart move on Ripple's part. Very smart. Like I said, your Googles, your Amazons, they all do this. If you research this, you'll see they all lobby to get laws or regulations in their favor so they can have an easier time operating or expand easily without any roadblocks. So This is a great sign, guys, and this is why I'm so bullish on Ripple, not just because of the superior technology disrupting a $1 trillion industry, but there's an actual company, people, working hard from a marketing partnership, looking to get regulations on all fronts. Ripple has done a really great job. So good stuff here. On the note of politicians and crypto, this article reported by CNBC, Congress members ask SEC chairman for clarity on cryptocurrency regulations. So we're now seeing, and this is such a great sign, this is positive, Congress members of Congress, right, different senators and so forth, are pushing the SEC, like, stop dragging your feet. We need clarity, we need regulations, because that's holding up this market for sure, and they need to move. So more than a dozen members of Congress sent a letter to SEC Chairman Jay Clayton Friday, joining calls from the cryptocurrency industry for a clearer picture of how the agency views the digital asset class. A letter comes days after a 4-hour meeting in Washington where representatives from Wall Street and crypto industry pleaded for more regulatory guidance. Here's a quote: "We believe that the SEC should do more to clarify its position." Now, if you recall, this was led by Congressman Warren Davidson, Coinbase, Ripple, Kraken, NASDAQ, people from Circle were there. It was like 32 cryptocurrency companies had their representatives there, and they were all meeting to talk about, look, we need clarity. We need to get this thing going. So I'm hoping, we get some word from the SEC. They stop dragging their feet. They approved the Bitcoin, the CBOE Bitcoin ETF, which I think will give an emotional lift to this market. We don't necessarily need it, but it's one of those things, psychological boost to the market that will really, I think, once again, if that happens, another catalyst that will help the market to take off big time. So this is all good. It's good to see that this is happening, and we're getting some of these congressmen to push these different parts of the government, like the SEC, CFTC, and so forth, to stop dragging their feet and make moves. And you as a cryptocurrency holder, this should give you confidence. Look at how far we've come. I know I've said that in many videos, because I always like to have you guys have perspective where this market started and look where we are now, where governments, politicians, non-crypto companies, meaning that there were traditional companies like Fidelity and your Starbucks and Microsoft and the parent company and New York Stock Exchange, Goldman Sachs, different banks, everybody getting into crypto now. It shows where we are headed, and that should give you confidence to keep holding. Be patient. I know it's everybody wants to make money, but it's not going to happen overnight or even 6 months. Be patient. Remember, before the bull run that took place in December 2017, how long some people were waiting. Bitcoin's been around since 2009. It was below a penny once. And we heard the stories of the people buying Bitcoin, pizza with Bitcoin, the guy 10,000, people selling at $5, people losing their stuff because they didn't pay attention to it and they don't have access to it. And a lot of people could have been millionaires today. The same thing with Ethereum, right? Ethereum was below a penny once, and it took time to get to that, to where it's at now, right? At a few $100s. So patience is so important, and you just got to keep holding, guys. And as an investor, stay informed with the news like this. This is why I try to share with you. I'm obviously an investor. I have skin in the game. I have my portfolio, right? Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple XRP, Sia Coin, XLM, Stellar, and a whole bunch. You guys will see my portfolio list. So I want to make money. So I have skin in the game too. I'm patiently waiting, and I see all of these things happening, the moves, governments, companies, wealthy folks, institutional money, exchanges expanding, growing, mergers and acquisitions. A lot of things are happening, and it will eventually lead us to crypto becoming part of our daily lives and blockchain technology being adopted globally. And the great thing about this is a global phenomenon, and it's not just specific to a country or a region. This is global. So the potential to make a lot of money is certainly in our hands. So the last news here I want to share with you guys is about BitGo. So BitGo's been around for a while. They are a custody service, a wallet service, and they are approaching $1 trillion in assets, guys. Here's what their website looks like. BitGo Custody, modern custody for modern assets. So remember we talked about in yesterday's video, custody is so important for the institutional investors, right? Hey, Mr. Rich Person, yes, I will buy you $5 million in Bitcoin or $10 million in XRP or $2 million in Ethereum, and we will be storing it in our secure custody service. Here's your certificate of ownership or whatever it is, or your deed or whatever it is, right? You guys understand that concept. And this is how these wealthy folks operate in the stock market and these other financial markets, right? They have a white glove service, and this is what with these custody services being built and high level trading and exchange services where they have reps and so forth, you're going to see a lot of money pouring into this market. So let me give it a quick rundown here. If this article would move, I don't know, is it frozen or something? CoinDesk is frozen. Let's see. I'm going to try to refresh here. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Let's see here. I don't know what's going on with CoinDesk, why their site's having so much issues. Okay. The stakes must have seemed high already in 2013 when the largest Bitcoin wallets safeguarded by blockchain security provider BitGo held about 10 million worth of cryptocurrency. Later on in 2015, they crept up to 100 million, and what perhaps being unthinkable in the previous years, by 2017, the largest crypto wallets in BitGo charge reached close to $1 billion. Looking ahead to the next milestone, BitGo CEO Mike Belch will give a talk next month at Stanford University entitled Securing the $1 Trillion Wallet. In a world of tokenized everything, not to mention hedge funds and other institutions redefining the meaning of a whale crypto investor, this no longer seems far-fetched. He says, I quote, "Now we are really thinking, what's it going to take to secure $1 trillion? Do you see where we're headed, guys? Their wallet storage has been increasing significantly, right? They reach close to $1 billion, and guess what? $1 trillion coming. And the market cap right now, the total market cap obviously is in the billions, but we can certainly see a breaking $1 trillion in the next bull run, and then the bull runs after that, we will be in the trillions and continue to grow. I think it's Tim Draper called that the market would reach 15 trillion in about 10 years or so. So it's obviously going to grow. There's going to be corrections and maturity of the market, but that's where we're headed, guys. That is where we're headed. It's new asset class that is growing, new revolutionary technology, blockchain, which will change the world the same way the internet did. So like I said before in my videos, we should count ourselves lucky. We are early adopters in this new asset class, and we have the potential to make some good money. And I believe, the next bull run up, we can probably see close to 30,000 Bitcoin. It could go higher. Who knows? My prediction for XRP is between $10 to $15. For Ethereum, I think I was looking at maybe a $2,000 Ethereum. But, these are just educational guesses based on previous patterns and what's happening with each of these projects and adoption and all of that. And we'll see what happens. No one can accurately predict with 100% certainty what the value is going to be. But like I said, we can make educational guesses based on the facts, the data, the historical movements of the market. And obviously, no one can predict when exactly the next bull run is going to happen. I personally, in my opinion, believe next month with the launch of Ripple's xRapid, the Ripple employee did not give a hard date. He just said a month or so. So I'm thinking it could happen next month. Some people are speculating at Ripple's Swell Conference on Monday. On Tuesday, it could happen. Who knows? But one thing's for sure, this market's here to stay. Crypto's here to stay. Blockchain's here to stay. It's going to have its growing pains, but it's certainly here to stay, and it's going to be adopted the same way the internet is. The internet was adopted, and websites came out of that, and we had billion-dollar companies come out of that. Your Amazons, your your Googles and so forth. So guys, what do you think about this news? We'd love to hear your thoughts and comments. Leave them below. Some great things happening around XRP. I'm super excited. The future is so bright for Ripple and XRP because we have the facts. We have real world utility at our doorsteps that is going to be disrupting $1 trillion industry. It's going to be the first of its kind from a crypto standpoint, meaning that is actual real world utility. It's not just, I understand some people are going to be able to, whatever, they may use Bitcoin to buy something, but that is not significant from a scale standpoint, right? Buying coffee with Bitcoin or buying this online with Bitcoin versus using XRP, a crypto, for cross-border payments, a transfer of trillions of dollars daily and quadrillions yearly, used by the biggest institutions in the world, banks and payment service providers. Right? One is all the way down here, and one is and Ripple's all the way up here, right? XRP's all the way up here. So I don't think you can be compared. Now, if Bitcoin gets on the Lightning Network and it can improve its speed and efficiency and reduce the cost per using it, I'm sure more people will start using it. But right now, I think the majority of people who are buying Bitcoin and a lot of cryptocurrencies are just holding. I would personally not be using my Bitcoin to buy anything. My Bitcoin's safely stored on my Ledger Nano S, and that's it. I'm holding. Some people may have a lot of Bitcoin and they can do that, but I would not be using. And I think the majority of the investors are going to, they're going to hold and cash out when the price gets at a certain point. So what do you guys think about this news? Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Links in the description. But I'll talk to you guys later.